why don't we do this? You've heard my ramble for constant all the way through the year and to this point. I brought the two captains in. And as you know, it's a game for players, and I talked about it before. We made a lot of, we learned a lot after last year, and these two guys are the captain of the team, and I think a huge difference in us. And you saw it tonight and in the first game when we're under pressure, and it's possession by possession. You need leadership, and you talk about leadership, but there's also empowerment. And a lot of the problem solving during the course of the game at halftime, adjustments were done on the fly with these two. And I tried to make sure the whole game I had one of them on the floor, or we struggled. So I'd like the questions to be handed over to the main men.
All right. No, same question. You came here and you had a job to do. You needed to win 2 to get through. You've done it. The team must be ecstatic.
Yeah, we're really proud. I mean, I think Perth is a really talented team. I want to give them credit. They've had a hell of a year, and a big shout out to John Riley. I think he's had a lot of criticism this year, and he's a really good coach. But I'm just really proud of our boys, and like Coach said, the character from our guys tonight. And it wasn't the prettiest game, and it got tough, but when it got tough, the boys really came together. And guys like McQuatch, JG made huge plays down the stretch, rebounds, things like that to help us get the winning.
Just going into, talk about the game again, go to this game. Corey in the first half, KD was struggling to get on the board, but his 12 points in the first half, he seemed to be super important to keep the scoreboard ticking when it was hard to score.
You said Tory?
Yeah.
Tory.
Oh, yeah. You're good. I think he's just a really high-level player. There's been possessions where it's kind of looked a little bit janky, and he's kind of made a real elite play to bail us out. We're just so lucky to have Tory come to fit in halfway through the year, and the way he has a huge role in our team. Like, we're really lucky to have him.
So Matt, going into a grand final series, that was a tough series for the final series. Is that a benefit you playing a series like that where Perth really threw it at you?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be tough. Closeout games especially are really tough to win, and you know they're a team that's physical, smashes the boards, and I mean they finished with 18 O boards, so that's something we got to clean up still. But I thought they definitely challenged us, obviously in the first game, but especially in crucial times this time, and we're going to get tested with whoever we play in a grand final series, and it's about what we do in those moments. And I think game 1 and game 2 and all throughout the year we've been coming together, and it's most important when you're getting tested.
Kendra found things a little bit tough in the third quarter, but made some huge shots at the start of the fourth to give you guys a bit of a lead and really keep in front. So was there a message to him at 3/4 time in terms of when you're getting him free, or was that just all on you?
I mean, we have complete trust in him. He's been massive for us all season, and we trust him in the big moments. He's stepped up every single time for us, and I think it's on us to make it easier for him. Obviously, he's going to get a lot of attention, but the easier looks we can get him, the better we're going to be.
And then the defensive job, Tory Craig did on Doolittle as well. That point was pretty important. And really gave him the tough night. That's been pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, Doolittle's had an unreal season. And he can shoot, he can make plays off the dribble. Tory, watch, team defense, like being in the gaps, really trying to make it tough for him. And Joe was a key piece of the scout. So also want to give a shout out to Brucey. He's been massive for us all year, and big congrats to him and B.
Another semi-final game is going to 3. Is there a benefit getting this done in 2 and getting a bit more of a break? I'll ask you first.
I think so. It'd be time for. I know Coach was probably excited to get some more practice in this week. I think that's one of the benefits. Also, we can prepare for them. I think it is. Whoever comes.
They're both playing at a high level, so we'll be watching Tuesday night.
We'll jump online and go to Chris.
Yeah, Kelly, I'll start with you. You're talking about Doolittle before, and I actually thought you were the one that did a great job on him tonight, especially when you did in the fourth quarter back in game 1 as well. I mean, and you've taken on those sort of jobs your entire career wherever you've played. Can you talk about how tough it is giving up that much size and weight to a guy like that, and how proud you are now to sit there and know that you had a big hand in making his night tough tonight?
I mean, he's a really tough cover. I think he was great last year, and I guarded him a little bit last year in the semis. But this year he took it to another level, and he's a tough cover. Can do it all, and you need everyone to be locked in on the scout and be in the gaps, talking the screens. And I thought our bigs did a good job of talking all night, so we knew where the screens were coming from.
X, can I ask you about Della's job as well? I mean, what's it like to have a guy like him that he's almost like a junkyard dog, isn't he? You put him to somebody like Doolittle and he's going to do such a job. What's it like having him as a teammate?
I absolutely love it. Just watching him work his absolute tail off there for all the minutes he played and asked for a sub because he's trying so hard. The physicality he brings, just the wear down factor to keep Doolittle 3 for 15, who's an NBL or first team elite player. I think it's a wear down effect that Delly does, and he just plays his ass off every single game. We're lucky to have him as well.
And Gordon just talked about this all season long, your free throws, and he always had faith in you that it would come good when it mattered most. And you made massive shots back on Wednesday night, and you made both your shots tonight. Can you talk about the work you've put into that and how proud, or hopefully don't jinx it, but how proud you are that it's now coming through when it matters?
I'm just happy the two went in tonight and we helped get the win. I think it's my job as a basketball player to get better at things I got to work on, and I'm definitely in the lab all season on my free throws, and it's such a big mental thing, and I've got some good confidence right now from these last couple of games, and hopefully can bring it to the grand final.
I want to ask about Watch as well. I mean, for him to have a career best night in a clutch playoff situation like this, and he's been getting better and better all season. I guess he got his minutes first of all at the defensive end, and now he's getting more confident offensively at this level too. I mean, can you talk about his performance?
Just winning plays. Like, I even go back to last game, and that block he had on JLA. I think that won us the game, the momentum we had from that. And then tonight, huge plays down the stretch, little mid-range pull-ups. He plays his tail off. He's guarding the best player, and he's got a huge role on offense now. And there's no better person for it. He's the nicest guy. He works his absolute tail off to get here, and yeah.
The last one from me, and then I'll let Matty take over. X, to you as well. Goorjian won't want to talk about himself, but it's now 17 years since he's taken the team to a grand final series, and I'm not sure he's ever done a better job than what he's done this season with this team. Can you talk about what it's been like to work with him over the last two seasons?
Unbelievable. I think coaching goes so much further than just the X and O's. It's about knowing your players, the relationships, reading the room, things like that. And he's just an elite coach like that. The way we started this year, the way we changed our identity this year and rallied the boys together, and the love that this team has for this man is unbelievable. And I keep saying this, but we're so lucky to have him as well. Like, he's just a great team and a great coach.
I think we're all lucky to have him. Over to you, Matty.
Thanks, Chris. X. Culture is kind of an overused word when it comes to basketball, but how much of this series was about the culture that you've developed kind of over, the last, not just last year, but particularly this year?
Yeah, I think you're right. Culture's a hard thing to measure on a team, but I think games like today and these last things, and the whole playoff series is going to take a lot of culture and a lot of character. It's never going to be pretty. There's going to be runs, and you're going to be on a road in a hard environment. But I think the adversity that this team faced earlier in the year, and everyone counting us out, and everyone saying how bad we were, I think that really brought us together as a group. And everybody's just so happy to watch the next guy succeed. There's no selfish people on this team, and yeah.
And mate, look, I know you're all about the team, but I really want to focus on you just once about, from a personal standpoint. We all know last year, we won't go into it and how it ended, it was disappointing for you. Do you feel like this year has been kind of a redemption story for you, and now getting into another championship series?
I don't really like to make it about myself, you know me. Yeah. Personally, I'm just so grateful to be here and be able to play basketball in the playoff and the postseason and the growth this team's made. I made a big mistake last year, and I've been working my tail off trying to redeem myself, and I'm just grateful.
Yeah. And Delly, Goorjian and I talked about you a lot, and I've said you're kind of his Jason Smith, who we won a couple of championships with a long time ago. But I know Pikey asked X about him, but just your relationship with him and what he's meant to you, and actually getting the opportunity to play for him at kind of club level now, not just at Boomers level.
It's been awesome. It's been kind of open line of communication. I feel like we've been on the same page all throughout the year. He's backed me in the whole season, and like X said, I think he's had a great feel for the buttons to push at different times throughout the year, whether it's been getting after it at training or lightening up, but just getting the mentality right, especially on the road, playing for each other, and it's just a really fun group to be a part of.
And just finally, the excitement level now as you look towards game one on Saturday. It's obviously, you've seen that place packed, set the all-time record with 18,000 plus. I mean, what would that mean to you? What will it mean to you to get into that arena on Saturday for game one? It's a Saturday night, you know, no excuses. It should be a monster crowd.
Man, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. I think even game one, the energy the crowd bring, it was just a huge benefit to us, the momentum that we could build from that. And I know the history of Sydney, how we're going to show out for grand final. We're going to have a big crowd there, and I know they're going to bring the energy, and I know the boys are going to respond with that.
Great, thanks boys.
Thank you.
Cool. That'll do us. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.